she knew definitively what she was seeing. She was unshakable.
More than 7 hours of testimony on the ballistics report. There was just one witness today in the Delphi murder trial, a former Indiana State Police forensic firearm examiner.
She was the one who conducted in 2022 that the gun taken from Richard Allen's house was the weapon that had cycled the cartridge found between the bodies of Abby Williams and Libby German. WANE 15's Alyssa Ivanson and Marcus Truscio have live team coverage from Delphi to explain the testimony today.
That's right, Dirk and Taylor. One witness on the stand all day in court today, the longest testimony of this trial so far. Alyssa, this was a very complicated testimony with a lot of scientific details. Break it down for us.
Okay, so the main state argument and what we spent more than 3 hours on this morning was that the state police examiner looked at the cartridge, that's the unspent round that was found at the crime scene, and found what were called individual characteristics in 3 different locations on it, and that those characteristics matched the characteristics found when she test fired the weapon found in Allen's house, saying that his gun is the one that cycled that round out that was found at the crime scene. And so again, 3 hours spent by the state explaining the different parts within the gun of how they would make those marks and why they know it's a match.
And the defense had some issues with what she was saying. They wanted a rebuttal. Tell me about their argument against the state witness.
So one of the defense's main argument was the fact that the round found at the crime scene was just cycled, meaning it was not fired, it was cycled, popped out of the weapon. But she compared it to a fired round. The experts saying that the markings that the weapon would make on a cartridge would be the same. A fired round would just be a little bit more distinct, but it would still do the same thing if it's cycled versus fired. The defense also saying that there's a community that says ballistics is not a science. It's subjective, and you can't have a conclusive, definitive, 100% conclusion. The jury did ask 13 questions, the most questions they've asked of a witness so far, and another little jury update as well. One juror did not return from lunch. He was one of the alternates. The judge tells us that he had a family emergency, so he is out for the rest of the trial. That means that we are now with 15 jurors. That would be 12 jurors and now 3 alternates.
All right, thank you, Alyssa. Trial continues tomorrow with a half day. WANE 15 will be back in the courtroom on Monday. Live in Delphi, Marcus Truscio and Alyssa Ivanson, WANE 15 News.